Good morning, everyone. All right, our sound clip this morning is if nobody's told you, you're hot as fuck. I love it, and I'm gonna run with it. 11 on my timer. Y'all, I'm painting again. I am creating. And I think I mentioned before, when I paint, I'm working with my inner child. A lot of healing. I'm doing a lot of transmutation or alchemy. And when our outward actions don't match what we're manifesting, if the words coming out of our mouth, 38 on my timer, oh shit, then we're holding ourselves back. And Spirit threw up the stop sign on me, brakes, and I had to go inside and go, okay, what is it I'm not looking at? What is it I'm avoiding? What was my resistance to my mate? My mirror, what is my resistance? Is my resistance him? No. My resistance was my fear. My resistance was releasing the fear of not having a guaranteed or having that safety. And a friend of mine, a soul brother, Jerry Mullen, told me a story, and I think he ought to do a video on that, a post on that. He was telling me about being on the riverbank or whatever and watch, the river. Anyhow, he'll have to do a post about that. 138 on my timer, y'all at 38. But those emotions, those thoughts, those repetitive thoughts or whatever, that we can get lost in them. And here they're saying telepathy. I do pick up other people's conversations if people are speaking my name or whatever, or if you're connected to me. There's a lot of intense energy. I'll hear these conversations and it'll throw me off because I have to know, is this me or is this someone else? And if I'm not grounded, it's going to disrupt my flow. But that's a me thing. That's me having to manage my energy, knowing what's mine and what's not. But anyway, turning in, seeing my fear was my resistance. Fear of being vulnerable. Even though I want love in my life or want romance in my life, that fear of being rejected or it not being the forever person. We're not always guaranteed a forever person or whatever the situation. The flow of life, the cycle of life. Now, I went ahead and pulled my cards, and these are my cards this time. The first one is Nephritis, the High Priestess, the intuition, the mystery. And I want to read this to you. The High Priestess, the intuition of mystery. The hidden or veiled one who serves as a medium between worlds. She comes to us in dreams, flashes of intuition and visions. She is an aspect of the triple goddess. She relies upon spirit to direct her in all things, and she holds the mystery teachings of life, death, and rebirth deep within her. In our shamanic visionary experience, she inspires the seeker as she whispers her secrets into the wind and dances exotically under the starry night. Y'all, I mentioned that the poem about the flow of air, it was actually very sensual, and the blue there is actually the air. And there's one thing I don't talk about. When I paint, I am listening to music, and the music I was listening to with this time was Your Arms by Sarat Dermis. But y'all, I actually dance around when I'm painting, and then it is it is an erotic thing for me. It is what it is, because I am working on my what many call the sacral womb healing, or a healing of my schmexual energy. Although she is less renowned than her twin sister Isis, they are seen together on the walls of the temples and at either end of every in ancient. Y'all, I'm getting nervous here. She is working with your third eye and your sense of intuition, which will guide you further into the mysteries, into that which is hidden in your subconscious mind. She helps you to see in the dark, in those shadows. And then we had set 15, shadow, the adversarial ally, the trickster. Now I'm going to jump over to him real quick. Oh, if we refuse to meet our own part of ourselves in a conscious manner, our actions can turn into evil we have no wish to embody. Sometimes we can fall out back into the victimhood mentality. And I'm trying like hell to get out of it. It's difficult for you to face your own shadow or the shadow of others, and you find yourself drawn into this card. You could call on Hathor to help you locate the unconditional love that will enable you to transform your perspective. The other two cards, well, I'm going to pause there because they're telling me about the cosmic love. My fear is being vulnerable and opening up my heart again. Am I going to be hurt again? You know, y'all, there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee of the perfect love. But I can't let my fear, my own fears, close off my heart from being open to receiving or being receptive to that. And that's what I was doing. Oh, that even though I'm manifesting love coming into my life, I'm holding my own manifestations up because of my fears. So I had to go deep inside. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative accountability. 6:44 on my timer. I'm creating that. And y'all, I do a lot of self-love and self-appreciation to learn to appreciate the body that I and others hurt. And I include myself in this. I do. I accept my responsibility. And then the next card, it's 7:07 on my timer. Fall into my arms. Surrender. Holding the opposites, the extremes of life. Those mirrors. My mate is, when coming into contact, having that blessed mirror, that sacred mirror, is a blessing indeed. 7:29 on my timer. It took me on a journey with him. And y'all, I tell many people, and I do have video of it, of Anubis in my home. But I also have Bastet that had to come in, many of them. And I have been blessed to learn to trust, or start to be the beginning of trusting masculine energy. I didn't even trust source energy because I associated that with what I was taught growing up, was that it was an angry God. What I learned in working with a lot of the masculine deities, Thor, and there is a joke behind the pegging. Y'all, there is a joke behind that. There's a story behind that joke. It was an opening for me to learn to trust and to give me many lessons. And I'm hearing to open to acceptance. Not everybody has the same lifestyles. And I'm hearing open and away. I'm seeing a key turn. Open and away to unlock my heart. As I explore my own truth, my own body, as I heal my own spiritual energy, as I work on that sacred womb healing, I rediscover the beauty of my own physical form. And that is a beautiful thing indeed, imperfections and all. But because those are just someone's perception or a different perspective. I like my own. Many blessings to you. Blessed be.